I'm Bill Britton. I'm president. I'm finishing up my first year of being president of our division. And I want to welcome you and thank you for coming. This is my favorite meeting of the year. Of all the years we've had this is because every May our foundation awards scholarships, and they're for students pursuing a career in education. And I look at it as it's truly our chance to pass the torch to a new generation of educators. Because as you know, we're all retired. Not too hard to complain about that. We have some special guests, including the family members of our scholarship winners and also some special presenters later. We also have CalRTA Area 4 Director Pat Stevens here. She'll be talking to us a little later. Welcome her.
You want me to say two things now?
No, not until you're bored, not until you're We have reports later. This is my time. And we also have outgoing superintendent from Pleasant Unified, Jim Hansen. He is very outgoing. He's retired once already.
Yes, I have.
Like didn't I help you and your wife?
Yes, you did.
Didn't stick.
It didn't stick. I gotta get another guy.
And one of the neat things about it is that one of our winners, Jim taught, was the principal for and now superintendent for. You ever do custodial in the school? Or probably did that too. Okay. And I know there's probably a lot of other people with connections to some of these students. My wife, Ann, had the pleasure to teach another one of our winners when she was in kindergarten. You'll hear probably more about these sort of things. Superintendent Kelly Bowers from Livermore wanted to be here, but unfortunately could not attend. I want to thank all of you for making this a great year for Division 85. Thanks to our board members, committee chairs, folks who volunteer their time to help with our meetings and all our other activities. It's truly every little bit, everybody, whether it's some people do a lot and some people just do a little bit, it all goes to making our division a success. I have one request for you as we welcome in a new group of retired educators, because they're going to be graduating this year too, into retirement. Sheila Cooper does a great job, our membership chair, and contacting. We get letters out and everything. However, I have a request for you. One of the things as the board, we were sitting around saying, oh, we've all been retired for a while now. So some of the people, when you look at the list, it used to be you could look at the list and say, oh, I know that person, I taught with them. But it's getting to where people are retiring who we may not know. And so if you personally know any of the retirees from the districts here in the Valley, people who are retiring, and you get a chance, would you please give them a personal invitation too? And as you know, our luncheon is a big thing, but this is only a small percentage of our membership to come to luncheons. The big thing is that we're out there supporting and working to improve our pensions. And so it's in self-interest. So keep that in mind. That personal invitation always works best. The letter is nice, but a personal invitation works best. So this weekend is the CalRTA convention in Delegate Assembly up in Sacramento, and Ann Britton and myself are going to go representing Division 85 for the weekend. And I also want to point out that July 5th is our next board meeting. That'll be our new fiscal year. We'll be adopting the budget, and members are always invited and encouraged to come. If you have some input as to directions you'd like to see, how you want us to spend the money, and we'll talk a little bit about that in the treasurer's report. That's your chance to be there and give us some input, and you're all invited. But if you all come, let me know, because we'll need more tables. We don't usually set up a small section. And finally, as another aside, this is all grown out of when we did that pre-retirement workshop. CalSTRS is actually looking for a retired annuitant, that's people who retired and are collecting benefit, for a benefits counseling position, which will, part of which will be covering our areas in the future. Just got a call and I said, well, I'm too busy. I did that for 9 years. If anybody's interested, you can go to the CalSTRS website, look it up, and there's postings there. It's a part-time, I think it's like 10 to 3, 5 days a week. And so if you have any other questions about that, what it's like, you can always check with me later. Okay, now for committee reports, and we have our treasurer, Nancy. I think what I'm going to do, because she has several things. That's very makes sense, but some people don't hear as well as they
We have just under 400 members, and the average that our division gets for a member is about $18 a year. It's more if you do the monthly dues deduct, and it's less if you opt to pay it all out once in the beginning. So we have a budget about $6,000 a year that we spend. And I thought I'd just share with you how we spend that money. And like Bill said, we're always looking for new people to come and help with their ideas, because heaven knows, we don't have all the answers. The first thing I'd like to tell you about was what Bill mentioned. Thanks to Bill, our division hosted the first pre-retirement workshop for teachers in the Valley that are thinking about retiring in the next few years. And it was such a huge success, he had to turn many, many people away. And so the second one's going to be held in the fall.
Yeah, in October we're looking at. No, we don't have a date yet.
Okay. So what we did is, besides manning the tables and doing, Bill did the registration, we provided very nice snacks for them during the workshop, and it was a real positive event. The next thing that we do is on Day of the Teacher, we acknowledge all staff in the Valley. So that's Sunol, Dublin, Pleasanton, and Livermore. And Ann, I believe you said this year, Ann does that. And 3,300 this year?
3,500.
So that's a lot, and it was this year it was a little granola bar with a note, and they were hand delivered to each and every school and went into all the mailboxes. So that's a little piece of our budget. Niall, who does our newsletter, and it's the best one in California, you know that. He has expenses through the year, as he does the 5 editions of the newsletter, and that involves printing and mailing. So if any of you get both a hard copy and the email copy, and you'd be willing just to do the email copy, we're looking for people who would be willing to do that, so we can, cut down. Because for now, he haunts the different places that print to see who's going to give him the best deal, and printing's gone up. Everybody probably realizes that. So that's where another part of our money goes to. Thanks to Goodwin, who I don't think is here today, we also give out 20 stipends to teachers in the 4 districts. It's done by way of application. They present a very brief description of how they would use the money in their classrooms. And so we award 20 of those at $150 each, and that's $3,000 right there. But we feel it's worth it. You all remember when you were in the classroom, wouldn't you just love to have that $150 to do some special event in your room, or activity, or equipment, or whatever it might be. So that's where another piece of our money goes to. Another place our money goes to is program. Jim Nash has done a program for us this year, and sometimes our speakers are people that we offer a stipend to come and present a program for us. So that's where another little piece of our money goes to. And then there's some smaller areas that still, they're very important, but they're not quite as expensive to our treasury. And one of those is decorations, which was really started by Carol and is now being continued by Linda. And it's just flowers on the table. It's a runner down the middle. It's just things that make it feel a little bit more friendly and homey. And then the last thing I want to mention is that we do have a wonderful person, Anne, who sends out cards to people that we are aware of that are ill, or maybe just, not feeling so happy these days. And what we would ask of any of you is, if you know of any teacher, family member of a teacher, or anyone who would enjoy getting a card, if you can let Ann know. I have her email, I believe now it's in the newsletter, is it?
Yes.
Yes, so if Ann, would welcome having that information, because right now it's pretty much only the ones she hears from the rest of us.
Those are retired teachers, not any teacher.
Right.
We care about the
We would overwhelm her.
So if you add that all up, we seem to spread about $6,000 a year out quite well, but we're always looking for ways to do it a little better, or maybe consider changing some of the things we do. So please join us on July 5th. It's a fun group. Your ideas and views and opinions will definitely be heard. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy. Nancy does a great job. Okay, next is membership from Sheila Cooper, and she'll also tell us about other funding possibilities.
Hold on. We've been hovering for a couple of years now, and I guess it's good because many of the chapters throughout the state of California are actually losing members, and yes, Pat could verify that statement. But we, as people pass or move to other places, we manage to have excited new retirees who want to be part of CRTA. And what I tell retiring teachers, which I'd like you to share with those that you know, is you don't ever have to go to a meeting. If your life is busy and you're not interested in, lunch or whatever it is, $54 a year supports our voice in Sacramento and in Washington, D.C. And that is the important part of what we do. The fun is fun, and we enjoy that too, but we need our voice to be heard. So anyway, so we're hovering, and I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to go over 400 with this group of retirees this time, because we're at 398, and we got a few more. So we're just almost there, and that's good. Okay, and speaking of, and to encourage your friends who are, and I send very diplomatic reminders to cash-paying members who may have forgotten to renew their membership, to please take care of that. That's why the dues deduct thing is an easier thing to do. Okay, so we are in the midst of a membership incentive grant. And what we're offering to new Cal RTA members between now and September 30th is a 20% discount on your first year's membership, or, and this is the big one, if one signs up for the dues deduct, then it's a 50% off your first membership year. So that's nice, take you, you could buy a Coke for it anyway, I guess. So these will find their way around. And just, those folks that that are retiring, please encourage them that our voice is very, very important. Okay, what else do we have? I think that's it, right? That's it for membership. Take it away, Bill. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I have another thing. Now, we could maybe do this as a fundraiser. I don't know. What do you think? Is anyone missing?
Oh.
This woman was very, very busy from about 11 o'clock this morning on. So
Happy going. Okay, next, legislation, Les Leibowitz, and I know he's going to say, I don't need that, so there we go.
As a former middle school teacher, I don't think I need a mic. All right, I'm always hard pressed because I have to have different things in the newspaper article that I give in my report that I give at the luncheon. So, all right, this is some fairly new stuff, and I'll tell you what it is. One of the things is an outcome from SCOTUS. What is SCOTUS?
Supreme Court of the United States.
That's right, Supreme Court of the United States. Who said that? You guys get it. I'm a math teacher, so I should get social study days. So a couple of things I'll tell you about. One was a recent decision, which basically had to do with schools, unions being the exclusive bargaining agents, and the lower court judgment was that it's okay, and the Supreme Court affirmed that. So it's okay for teacher unions and others to become the bargaining agents officially for an organization like ours. It had to do with CTA specifically, And another thing had to do with there was a decision made earlier to eliminate teacher tenure and seniority, something very dear to teachers. This was reversed by the California Appeals Court. They reversed the decision made in 2014 and says it does not, tenure rights does not violate the rights of minority children. So if you are a member and you get the newsletter, I do try to have current things. And if you read the report that I give at the board meeting, I try to have current things, so I do my best to keep us current. But if you have something that you think I don't have in legislation, please feel free to send it to me and I will pass it on with credit to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Les. Okay, Scholarship Committee. Olive, do you have anything besides all the excitement from the rest of the day?
I do indeed. I have something to say to those young people. You should be listening today to what your future is going to be like when you retire.
Maybe that's scary.
Being retired is lots of fun. So you have that to look forward to.
Some years it
Teaching is also a lot of fun. So you'll have good times with that. Especially this group of 5 we have today. That's an amazing group. One of the things that's unique about the group is that 3 of the winners are from Granada High School, from the same high school. I want to ask them if the 3 of you actually knew that each other was applying for this scholarship. No? You didn't know? So you're just finding out. Yeah. That's very cool.
They didn't tell anybody else at the school either.
Actually, we had, I'm not going there. Okay, so then we have one man who is winning a scholarship this year, and we need more men in the classrooms. So it's always exciting if we get a qualified young man applying for a scholarship. And we've had some, and recently I checked with one of them who won a scholarship 4 years ago, and he's down at Cal Poly. And he's very excited because now he's in the process of getting his teaching credential and getting back into Amador Valley High School. That's what he wants to do. He wants to teach at Amador Valley because that's where he graduated from. Anyway, so the other thing I want you to know is that the money that you're going to receive in scholarships has been donated almost 100% by this retired teachers group that we're talking about today. You're obviously not seeing all 400, 300, whatever of us, but that's where the money comes from. They're donations by these retired people who understand the importance of getting really good quality young people going ahead to be teachers. So just so you know, it doesn't come from pour down from the sky or anything. So I think that's it for today.
We get another chance.
Oh yes, that's right.
Thanks, Olive. Our newsletter editor, distinguished Niall Runge, is also videoing people and videotaping.
Here we go. Oh, shoot.
Here, want me to hold it while you say something?
Just, I have nothing to say, but
Oh, all right, well, after all that. Thanks. The next deadline is a ways away, right?
yeah, August.
In August, okay. All right, Kathy Norman, communications.
I just wanted to tell you that I am working very hard and doing my very best to make sure that you are all acknowledged in our local newspapers, both immediately local and the wider area local. So I'm doing the best on it, so we'll see. Keep watching the paper.
This has been a continuing challenge for us as the local papers become more and more sort of generic, to get them to put things in about our local news and the things we're doing. We have really good luck with the Independent, but I won't go anywhere farther than that. Sunshine and Bush. Anything you want to say? No. She has been a busy lady, I will tell you. And then now, let's see, we're Jim Nash and
I don't really need that.
All right, yeah, Jim doesn't need that. He was a middle school teacher. I'll say it again, he was a middle school teacher, he doesn't need this.
I used to have to pass out smelling salts on the train when I was commuting, when I told them what I did, because they'd all think, middle school. But I loved it, you either like it or you don't, I like it. We thought it'd be kind of fun if we got a teacher, a current teacher, preferably secondary. I'm going to try to get Valerie and Jean. What is Valerie's last name again?
Well, it's Hutchison, her married name is Hutchison.
Okay. And she teaches at Livermore High School. And we thought it'd be a good thing for us as retirees to kind of hear about what's going on today with Common Core and all the other things that trickle down through the curriculum that we love and hold near and dear. So things have changed since most of us have retired, and I think it'd be a really good September program. So that's what we're planning for September. But I'm also up here now to let you know that I really appreciate all the suggestions. For example, Joanne Linigan here has written extensively on the nesting habits of the blue heron. Great blue heron of the Bay Area. And she's probably in 2017 going to bring us a presentation. And there are all kinds of people that have given us ideas, and if you have any ideas whatsoever, relatives, whatever, teachers that you know that are currently teaching or other retirees, please let us know because we're always on the lookout.
I'd like to just say that I'd like to acknowledge Doug Harvey because he was instrumental in helping me obtain a lot of information about great blue herons. And so he was one of the people I got to interview in my studies.
Also, this is an aside, but I'd like to acknowledge Bill because he runs our new website. And when people like Niall are taking video of our programs and such, they can then be placed on the website. It's very nice for people that can't be at our meetings. So thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Great year. Okay, today the teacher. And Brenda, she was a kindergarten teacher. You don't need a mic, right?
Yeah, my voice is going. We had a great turnout of over 20 people helping with Day of the Teacher. It's so much fun, and it only takes us about an hour and a half to put all this stuff together. So if you have a lot of hands, and also just the fact that we're, connecting with the schools. A lot of the people here, though, do volunteer work in the classroom, so they see that. But it's great because we feel like we connect more with the schools.
How many packages did you put out to the schools?
About 3,500. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah.
You get a lot of attention at Costco as you're wheeling out 60 cases of granola bars. I'll tell you, I've done that 2 years in a row now. And it's boy, people are, you're going to eat those? You really must like those. It's great. So, stipends here. Gudrun's not here to report, but we will be doing the stipends again for the classroom teachers in the fall. And now it's really my pleasure because dear Joanna Larson here has been doing our hospitality for a long time, and I had the opportunity to step in when she's been laid up. And I have to tell you the one thing, you guys are great at, as soon as the newsletter's out, I know when the newsletters come out electronically, because the next day, usually in my mailbox, there's already checks showing up for the luncheon. You guys are great about that. And we won't talk about the last minute people, but they're usually great about it too. But we're flexible and it works, but I can't believe how many we get, like within a few days, they're all come pouring in. And so I just really, really am so delighted, and I know she's delighted to be back with us, but Joanna is here with us today, and she's got her helper, Riza, here, and she's walking distances, miles now and stuff, and do you have anything you would like to say? Just how happy you are to be back, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm happy to be back. It's just wonderful to be in a group of people, and I haven't had that for a long time. So it's and thank you all for your well wishes, and it really helped. When you're laid up, it helps to get those cards and calls and all that. So anyway, I hope to take over hospitality again in the fall. Give
Oh. She's been walking a mile, they got it measured out, a mile she's been doing, and yeah. So, and then Area 4, Pat Seaman, this is her. Usually I have to say something about Area 4, and so nice to have her here in person. Thank you for coming today.
I don't see this division very often because it's so well run, and you can hear, all these people that take over small parts of the thing really make a difference. And so I, as the area director, means that I go to all of the divisions in Alameda and Contra Costa County. There are 7 different divisions, of which this is just one. And our area workshop, our fall area workshop, is going to be on September 19th from 10 to 2 at the Alameda County Office of Education. So I'm sure you'll put that on the website and in the newsletter. The next thing that I want to say is that I am a walking advertisement. This t-shirt, Division 52, is selling at the convention. The idea is that we relate to teachers as being, even though now teachers don't have the blackboard with the chalk on it, it comes with the embroidered logo, and they are available for $25. They'll be available at the convention, so if anyone wants one and is not going to the convention, you can give a check made out to CalRTA-52 for Division 52 to Bill, and he can pick them up at the convention. The concept is that we want these to look like a uniform. When we go to Washington, D.C. this next year in April, we want the legislators to see this t-shirt on a lot of people. When I went in 2010, I saw a different organization. When I saw one, I said, oh, okay. I saw 2, I saw 3. By the time I saw 4, I started reading what this was. The same thing when we sold these at the Advocacy Day in Sacramento. We want legislators to understand this slogan, that teachers don't stop caring just because they retire. So anyway, anyone that wants a t-shirt, they come in all sizes from medium to XXX. So make sure you put that on the check what size you want. You didn't know you were going to get that.
Oh, I got the shopping job. Thank you, Pat. Thanks for coming. So, of course, now she walked out the door. They're loading. I was going to thank Loretta. I will start by just, IBEW. They host us here for our board meetings and for our luncheons. They also provided the space when we did our pre-retirement workshop, and they do that at no charge to us. And so it works out really good for us. And so whenever you see anybody from IBEW around here, thank them as we do. And Loretta was here, but I think she's getting more stuff. I was going to thank her. I'll just, when you go through the line, thank them. They're doing this job. They do some lunches or something for a school before they come here, and it's like this is a busy day for them. She's based out over in Hayward, and so just thank them as you go through. The other thing I was going to mention is we've been getting some thank you notes. We've got one from Pleasanton. I'm pretty sure we've got another. We contribute to Pleasanton, Livermore, and Dublin's retirement functions, of which I'm going to Livermore's tomorrow. I get to shake hands. Going to Pleasanton's on Thursday. Maybe I'll get to shake hands. I don't know. And then finally Dublin's the following Thursday. So, and then that'll ease up because we're running out of places to go to shake hands. But honoring all those new people that are retiring, and they're not just teachers; they're all staff, and it's always great because it's a real team effort in education, and we need them all. And so there's Loretta and her husband wheeling in more things. I want to thank them for free service this year. I'm just going to watch her to tell you when it's okay. How are we doing here, Loretta, time-wise? 2 minutes? Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, so.
5. He says no. He says 5.
5, he says Well, I have to say, this is, oh, do you have something? Oh, fabulous. I was gonna say, how uplifting it is to come here, because I tell you, that game last night just drove me crazy. We needed 2 first halves, not a second half. Yes?
There are still 75 people on the waiting list to learn the English language in Livermore. And if you enjoy tutoring, people are needed. I have a flyer here if anyone is interested. Also, if you would like to just take this phone number down right now, it's 373-5507. And I tutor once a week. I tutor a special needs adult, and it is so rewarding. I highly recommend it.
And you can just go to the Livermore
Cheryl?
Library and get the information.
Cheryl, would you like to write just a little bit of an article maybe that we could include in the newsletter?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
And we could put it on the website too. Yes. Yes.
Kath Brooks and I are on the board of SELF, which is Student Education Loan Fund. And for students that live in Livermore, pass it on to your friends too. They're interest-free loans. And you can just go to selfloans.org. And this has been going on for over 50 years. And sometimes, families are looking for a little extra money and they don't have all the scholarships. So these are, no interest loans. So if you need to, talk to Kathy or I if you need any more information.
Great. And then Linda why don't you do it now?
Yeah, go for it. Do it now. Well, I got the pleasure of working for 8 years with this lovely kindergarten teacher, but I have to tell you something. He is going to make a great teacher. Do you know why?
Why?
He has ducks on his socks. Here he is.
Got it all in a row.
Yeah.
I'm ready already.
That's right, it makes a difference. I had a class come back that graduated from high school, and I said, what do you remember most about kindergarten? They said, your socks. So hang on to them.
I will.
I have to thank Carol again for helping through these last 3 years, helping with the decorations, and Olive and Dana maybe will be coming in, putting these flowers together. But I told Bill, I said, I don't want to take them all home. I know 3 of them are spoken for, and we'd like to have you each take a bouquet home. I've got rubber bands and plastic bag. We need the base, so we can do this next year. But Annie and I, when we taught, we always used our fingers. You're not supposed to do that anymore. We didn't have calculators. So at your table, I would like you to look around your table and see how many different subjects you taught. Now, it could be a Red Cross class, maybe you taught PE, and then you moved back down to 2nd grade, and then at the end of your career, you taught junior high. So show the people at your table on your fingers how many different subjects you've taught since your age of 20, let's say. Oh, shoot. Put your toes on the table.
You take teachers. I don't have enough fingers.
Yeah, different ages.
Now it's a talk. Thank you.
It'd be a very short dress.
The person at your table that has the most fingers and toes up, Sheila, so you get a bouquet, is please take the flowers out of one of the vases and take it home with you today, okay?
Okay, thank you. One other thing, Marilyn Wong and her husband Bo, I think Bo was instrumental in this. They made these flowers and boutonnieres. And I'm just leaving them up here because normally we do a raffle, but we don't do a raffle, which goes to our scholarships but we don't do that on our scholarship time. But if you would like one of these to take home with you, you leave like a donation or whatever you feel, like $1, 50 cents, I don't know, whatever, up here, and that'll go to our scholarships. I'm just making it as simple as I can. It's sitting right there. And so if anybody else, and Carol put up, where did you, they were around here somewhere. That table as you come in, just grab one of them. They're all about things for retirees, for Alameda County. Okay? Alrighty, and
Bill?
you got something, Niall?
Just stay right there, yeah.
You want me to stay right here?
Yeah, I do.
And,
Because I'm going to go there.
oh, you're coming over. Oh, I see. It's not pointing at the ceiling anymore.
I was asked to do a video of this so we can show it to one other person. And then I got to thinking about it, what are we going to do with this later on? How's she going to receive it? And then I thought, you know, you all might like to receive this. So what I will do is I will upload this to YouTube, and then I'll send the link to Bill, and he'll email it out to you, that link, and then all you need to do is click on the link and you'll get to see the video.
Okay, that sounds good.
Better yet, it'll be on our website. So you have to go to our website, division85calrta.org, and it'll be there as soon as I get it. So. Okay, thanks, Niall. That's a great idea, and I think Jim mentioned that too. And we had earlier on our website, remember at the beginning of the year, we had the thing about kind of speaking of ducks in the row, getting your ducks in a row as far as seniors, health directives, all those sort of things, and the big decisions you have to make as you get older and things. And that talk is on our website. So those of you who attended want a refresher course, and of course people who didn't attend